it's Sean here, and in this video, we're going to be creating Flappy Bird, part 1, which as you can see looks really cool. We'll do animations, and also side-scrolling, with the background and the ground, that makes Flappy Bird look like he's actually flying. The best part is that you won't have to do any coding or download anything. We're going to do it step by step with Rosie together. So, to get started, go to the link down below in the description and click it. It will bring you to Rosebud. From here, create your own project. Go to the remix button here. And then, this is the best part, you can click the Assets tab. And all the visuals are already for you. So, let's get started. Alright, so for step 1, we're going to be creating the Flappy Bird. And we'll do it by starting to get the bird on the screen first. So let's tell Rosie to add the bird to the screen. And to use the bird over here, we can type the @ symbol and scroll until you see bird 1. Click it. And let's send a message. And click the P tab to see what happens. Okay, so Rosie wrote the code for the bird, and it is way too small. Let's make the bird bigger. That's like 3 times as much. Okay, that looks a lot better. So now we need to make the bird flap. We could do it. Well, how are we gonna make the bird flap? I think it's good to make it with like mouse, and let's say that. Let's flap the bird with a click of the mouse. Flapping would mean moving the bird up. So once we flap, it'll go up, and we'll need to have gravity or something to make him go down. So add gravity to pull the bird down. Send it. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see the bird. Okay, awesome. I kind of think he's moving a little slowly. So we can make that better by make the bird fall faster and also probably flap move up faster when he flaps. So make the bird move faster when we flap. Send it. Alright, check it out. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay. I think this is perfect. Let's keep going. Alright, so next up, we'll be creating this cool flapping animation. We can do it by asking Rosie to quickly switch through the image of the bird so that the wings look like they're quickly moving up and down. You can check out those images of the bird by going to the Assets tab, click in it, go to the search box, and then type bird. And you can see the wings are in slightly different spots. So let's tell Rosie to create the flapping animation for the bird. And then to use the images at bird 1, and then scroll till you see bird 2. And not last but not least, what the heck? I can't find him. There he is. Bird 3. Okay. That should be good. One more thing. The flapping animation should play in an endless loop, right? So like we go through this image, like but, and then what happens again? So tell Rosie to loop the animation for flapping. Okay, let's check it out. Yep, that looks really cool. So one thing I want to do before we move on from the bird is to ask Rosie to organize the code for the bird into a class. So what that will do is make the game work in a way that makes it very easy to come back to everything we just created for bird and add stuff to it. Okay, so the game won't play any differently, but it will be easier for us to move on to the next step. Right, so next step will be adding the ground to the game so that we can start building out the scene for Flappy Bird on our screen. Let's do it. First, let's get let's say add the image of the ground and put it at the bottom of the screen. If you haven't seen it already, we have an image, so type at, click it, ground. And one more thing we should do is tell Rosie to make sure the bird doesn't fall through the ground. And that's important because if we go back to the example, see, this is good, but these are really just two images. Like we have a bird, we have a ground, and if we're moving the bird across the screen, there's no reason the image shouldn't pass right through it. So we should let Rosie know to make them solid objects and how the game works so they bump into each other. Now, if you heard that ring, let's check out what happened. Uh-oh. So that's not good at all. That's fine. We can fix it. So specifically, the ground should be like across the screen, right? And that probably didn't work because if you go to axis top here, the ground is like really small compared to the width of the screen. We're gonna tell Rosie to resize the ground. So let's go do that. Whenever there's problems, start by saying what's wrong. So round is like a fourth of the screen width. Resize the ground so it's the width of the screen. Right, let's check it out. Uh-oh. Doesn't look just right. So I'm gonna try to retry first. Alright, so I hit retry and still getting this issue with the width of the ground. So Rosie had said that this should work, and it doesn't, which usually means that however we're going about resizing the ground is incorrect. What we could do is tell Rosie to try another way of resizing the ground so it is the width of the screen. And first let Rosie know that the last resize attempt did not work. Hey, look at this. Okay, it looks so much better. So, yeah, what that meant was... okay, how do I go about this? Right. Alright, let's pick it out. Very, very good. So, I think with that, you can move on to moving ground across the screen. So you notice the bird isn't really going anywhere. To really create that feeling of flying, it's great to move the scrolls of things like the ground across the screen. Let's do it. Alright, so this is what the moving ground should look like. And you can see it's like in an endless loop. It never ever stops. So like, how do we do that? One issue is that we only have one ground in the game, so that if we start moving this ground across the screen, so from right to left, then there will be no more ground. And what we can do about that is we can tell Rosie to create 2 images of the ground. This is weird, but trust me on this. So, like off the screen, we have another ground over here. And then whenever we say like move the ground across the screen, there will be another ground also being moved. Then Rosie will put this ground that just went off the screen back over here so that there's a seamless flow of ground. So how we can do that is tell Rosie to create a endless loop of round images moving from right to left across the screen. Okay, let's check it out. And it's forever and ever. This is all perfect. Okay, so with that in place, it's time to do the same thing, but for the background. Alright, so next up, we're going to be making this scrolling background. And you see, it ties everything together. Now the bird really looks like he's flying. To do it, let's start by getting the background on the screen. So create a background image. And let's type that. Let's check it out. There it is. And you saw background is like fit for a phone screen. So let's tell Rosie to resize the background image. Yeah. Okay, so after Rosie resizes the background, should see something like this. And it doesn't look really good at all. What's going on is that we have a background, but it's fit for a phone. So like when we resize it, it gets stretched. And that's not going to work at all. So when this happens, and I don't know how to fix it, but what always is a good idea is to talk to Rosie and try to get a help. So let's try it. I want to create a background for the game that not stretches, that is the width of the screen without being stretched. What could we do to create that? And we should also say, let Rosie know the background's like a phone screen size, because she might not know. So that would help her. The background is like less width than the screen by default. Okay, so I really like this solution. So she says, generate multiple background images side by side to cover the screen width. So we have a phone screen, phone size background. We could just put them like, and to fit the width of the screen, that would perfectly work. But our background is already resized. So first thing we could do is stop resizing it, and then we could ask Rosie to do this. Awesome idea. So let's resize the screen, or the background image, so it will fit the height of the screen, like the one we already have, but not be stretched. at all. Whoa! Okay. So what Rosie just did was first resize the background, right? So back to a phone screen. And then went ahead and did the creating multiple background images side by side. You see right here, if the background doesn't cover the entire width of the screen, we'll create more backgrounds until it fits the width of the screen. That's awesome. If Rosie didn't do that for you, just ask her to do that. And next, we can, like before, say we want it to scroll, right? Say, make the background move from right to left across the screen in an endless loop, like the ground. What? Check this out. It looks so good. So we reached the end of part 1. Have a scrolling background, ground, and a cool flapping bird. Game's not done, of course. There's much more to go. If you had fun and are happy with the game you created by the end, then let me know if you want me to make more videos. I'm totally down to create the full game with you. So, see you later.